How are we doing, ladies?
Hello, how's it going?
Thriving. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
How is your weekend? Not doing any work? Not that you deserve to not do any work.
It was very nice, thank you. Yeah, it's good to spend time with family.
Is it done? You know, let's kick it off with this. Would you say you taking out time to spend it with family is a selfless act?
No,
It's a selfish act.
no, I think it's like it's, mm, it's for pleasure.
Meaning, is it selfish or selfless?
I guess selfish,
Why?
but I'm not sure. To who by? To myself or
Uh, to them.
to them? To them, I guess it's selfless.
Nope, selfish.
How come?
Wonderful. It's a good lesson. So it's always I can explain it so easily, and I don't want to, but fuck it, we'll explain it easily. Yes. Let's say we have me, and me has a child. What does a child want?
Attention.
Good. Time. So, from the point of view, from the child, if I stop working on all my goals and projects and I just spend time with my child, I'm being selfless. I'm giving all my time to my child. But that is short-term thinking, and will the child suffer because of it?
Yes.
So, am I being selfish or selfless? And now let's look at myself, my ego, my whims, and my limbic system. Yes, maybe not limbic, that might be a bit too sexual, but let's look at my dopamine. Yes, would I get more dopamine from spending time with my kid or spending time on work?
With the child, obviously.
There we go. Does a child actually need me there?
I'd say so, yeah.
No, does it actually need me? Actually,
Maybe not at that exact moment of time, but
that doesn't need good education, food, shelter, safety.
yeah.
Is that better provided with me working or me spending time with my child?
With you working, but
So when I
small.
decide no, but when I decide to take off time and do this and do that, and go into a willowed mosh pit of just love and attention to the fucking child, am I being selfish or am I being selfless? Because look, if I spend time with the child, right, wonderful time. But if I'm not there, the child's gonna fucking busy themselves with something else. Correct?
Yeah, but then you have less of a connection with your child.
Not really. It's a child. Like you cannot see your parents for
Um,
fucking years. You're gonna go back. Your connection's still gonna fucking be there. Yes. Also, as an example, in my case, the child will not fucking remember shit. I cannot be there for the first 5 years. Rock up later, it's gonna call me dad.
yeah, true, 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 true. Considering the young age, yeah.
There we go. Exact same with the family. Now, I'm not saying go extreme, but it just we must be self-aware. Yes. Did you need to spend time with your family?
I'd say yes.
Is anyone dying?
No. Well, no, no, no.
So where's the need coming from?
Well, because like day by day, I'm not spending much time with them, so it's nice to just have a whole week dedicated to.
I didn't say about nice. I said, do you need to?
I don't need to know.
So, is there an argument to be made? Right. And I'll give another example to someone. I gave it to someone that didn't listen to me. That's fine. It was very extreme. Is there an argument to be made that if you said, fuck, the whole world had no relationship and just double down on work, meaning what would
Mhm.
take you 100% of the time took you 25% of the exact same time because you doubled down and went really fucking ham. You lost social skills, but you developed business skills. Is there an argument to be made that you'd hit your goals much sooner?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then is there not an argument to be made that with you hitting your goals much sooner, you can alleviate many struggles and pains and provide more adventures and memories with the family?
Yes, yeah.
And then to that argument, which version of you is producing a better life for the family? The one that thinks short term and gives unto his own pleasures and desires just to make them feel happy, yes. Or the one who's actually making a difference by actually making a difference, whether it's paying for a cousin's education, paying for someone's medicine, or just, covering rent, buying homes, so on and so forth. Which one is more selfless.
Obviously, the guy who's got his head down working.
So what the fuck are you doing?
It, see, I still kind of disagree because like I'm only like young for so long, you know. Like when I'm
What the
like 30, I'm
what the fuck does young have to do with anything? What the fuck are you talking about?
no, because why not like use the time now while I'm, you know, I still enjoy the fun things that my little sister enjoys as well, and like we're still in the same age range where we can do these things together.
We're always going to be in the fucking same age range. It's not like one of you is going to stop fucking aging. What
No,
do
I
you mean?
know, but it's like for example, we went to see this show, and the show maybe in a few years wouldn't even be that funny to me, but now it's like, oh, it's still something.
Yes, but then wouldn't there be another fucking show that is funny to you in the future?
Good point.
Bad point from you, not good point from me.
Mm,
Yes. Now, I'm not shitting on you, but we must be aware when we do actions. What we
yeah.
believe is required is more often than not required. Yes, I'll give an example. And the one that I was going to that I had mentioned, which was I have a friend and he's fucked because he's started for a while entrepreneurship now. And the difference between me and him or him and I is I started a long time ago, but regardless, let's imagine both of them are starting now. He's married and he has a newborn baby, not even a year,
Mm,
maybe a year old, right? So he has to give attention to his wife. He has to give attention to the baby. He has responsibility, bills, so on and so forth that must be covered, right? Or else fucked.
yeah.
Not even him. Like me, fuck it, I can go with noodles. No issues.
Mm,
Noodles, beans, and fucking eggs. I don't have the responsibilities that he does. But then now I had said to him, look, if I was you, and this is me speaking honestly, I would say goodbye to my wife, goodbye to my child. I would go to a butt fuck middle of nowhere country with good Wi-Fi, and I would just get to work, and I'd say I'll be back in 6 months. I can't promise anything, but I need to maximize like how quickly I like the speed of success. Even if it's not done by then, I would have done stupid amounts of work, right?
yeah.
So I go to a country that is super low. I make sure my expenses are covered for the next 6 months for the family, right?
Mm,
Then I'm gonna fuck off for 6 months. Now, my wife is gonna be super upset. My child is not gonna remember shit because it's fucking no age. Yes, it has no fucking memory of anything, so it's going to be fine,
mm,
right? At that age, it just needs to suck on the mother's tit. Yes. And then, yes, my wife will be very upset and very heartbroken for 6 months. She'll suffer for 6 months. But let's say that there's a pain point of 100%, right? I would rather she experiences all the pain over a period of 6 months because before she knows it, that time's going to be done. And before she knows it, we're going to be good because I'm able to now stupidly maximize how much time I can put on grind, right?
mm,
'Cause I forgot to also mention he has a normal job. So normal job, wife, baby, and trying entrepreneurship. Good the fuck luck. Still very possible, but good the fuck luck.
yeah.
Right? And I said to him, he's like, I could never do that to her. And I said, what do you mean? You're doing her a fucking favor. Rather than making her suffer less over a prolonged fucking period of time, you're making her suffer a lot for a very short period of time retrospective. Yes. But then with that hypothetical, my question, Abu Bakr, is which one are you picking?
From the way I'm wired, I have to stay with the family, but logically speaking, yeah, the 6 months. 6 months
But,
alone, get it done.
but then
Say that again, sorry you lagged.
do you not care?
Mm. See, of course I do. That's why I couldn't do the
No,
damn, yeah. Oh man,
no.
it's a very tough one. I can't lie.
Yes. You have to remember in this circumstance, who would suffer the most?
Uh, what in like depending on
Fact,
which
no, factually, who is suffering the most? The person who's going to middle of nowhere, butt fuck country, removing himself from everything just to just do work non-stop.
yeah, it'd be
Or the
myself
wife,
in the situation.
or the wife who can't fuck the husband anymore while she's
Mm,
taking care of the baby. Who's suffering more?
the husband.
So what, are you trying to avoid your suffering through choosing the easier option? Because all you're doing is choosing the easier option,
Mm,
the one that makes you feel good and not look as bad.
makes sense.
Like the fact is, cool, 6 months you can't change the world, but you could be doing enough to now afford a security, like the security deposit on the monthly payments for her new Porsche. Yeah, she's pissed, but she's pissed with the Porsche. The piss won't last very long,
Very true.
right? But then why are you choosing the fucking easier one?
Yeah.
You're choosing the cowardly option, which will slow down everything. It literally just slows down and buffers the pain off. Now, I do not always agree with this. As an example, there was a time that my grandmother was dying. Granted, she's dead. Yes. She had cancer. She's in a hospital. No one in the family had enough courage to take care of her. So I said, fuck it, let me suffer. Yes. So I destroyed the
Yeah.
relationship that I had with her, got her better, blah, blah, blah. My business suffered too shit. Too shit. Yes. But she was going to die. And no one else was fucking taking care of her or feeding her or making her walk, so on and so forth. Yes.
Mhm.
So in those circumstances, like you have to play your cards correctly, right? So in that circumstance, calm, no issues playing that card. Yes, everything else suffers, worth it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then in other circumstances, your sister may die, but that's not likely, right?
Mhm.
You can't say it's because she's going to fucking die. And does she like? I want to go experience shows with my sister. So why don't I just work really fucking hard and we can get the best shows as often as we want? We can get fucking seasonal tickets to the fucking opera. Yeah, we're gonna sit in prime boxes. And for some reason, the way that women operate, right? If they're in the prime box, they're watching the same fucking shit, but now they feel special.
Yeah, it's 10 times better.
It's not. There's no fucking difference to the fucking
I mean,
experience.
like in their mind.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get the point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then you must question why. Is it because I am selfish or is it because I am selfless? Which one are you actually doing? Are you avoiding difficult arguments where at times, as a man, you have to be the cunt? You have to be the one that no one likes because that's part of being the man, making the tough choices for the betterment of everyone else? Or are you just trying to not look like a bad guy, but in turn being the bad guy because you're choosing that which is easier?
I was being selfish. Yeah. I can't believe it's that easy to put it through me, but yeah.
That is the truth. You're
Mhm.
going for your fucking chimp. You're like, I don't want to argue. I don't want to be seen as a bad guy, right? Everyone there back in the day, yeah, called me fucking retard. Wait, let me just get a charger. This fucking
Yeah.
comes up. I need to charge. The fuck is my charger?
Shit.
That don't work. It's MacBook. Yeah, no. It's not gonna fucking reach. Yeah, yeah. Can you get my MacBook charger, please? So the what's it called? The it is it is so easy to lie to yourself to feel good about yourself. Like it is very, very fucking easy. Yes. And more often than not, this is another point on selfishness. And then we'll move on to another topic. Another point on selfishness is you have to understand the more selfish you are, the better you can help people. Back in the day, I would spend so much time helping people with just bullshit. Like they would need help with this, help with that, da, 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 da. Then I said, you know what? Yeah, the camera's just focused you. Just fine.
Mhm.
Yes. Uh, I a long time ago, I then said, fuck it, I'm selfish. I'm gonna test it because I had a theory. Right? You know, as entrepreneurs, you like even you guys, you have a theory that things will work out. So fuck it, why not do it? Correct?
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. You don't have proof to anything. You just fuck it. Yeah. I had a theory because I came to the conclusion that maybe, just maybe, right? I can't actually help people. I'm just telling myself I can and making them feel good, right? As an example, and I'm going to give a benign example that doesn't really mean too much. Yes. Let, give me the name either one of you of one of your aunts. I don't give a fuck.
Rachel.
Okay, Aunt Rachel. Aunt Rachel needs help cleaning up her fucking council flat, as an example. DL council flat is basically where the government give like assisted living, but not always, but not the best areas to live in.
Got it. Yeah.
Yes, as an example, all of Bulgaria would be a council flat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. So she needs help. So I spend every Sunday, right? I go, I help, I clean up, burning my fucking time, but I'm helping and making her feel good. But nothing's changing. Every fucking Sunday it's necessary, right? Or I can say, so sorry, I'm gonna not help you. I'm gonna help
Mm.
myself. And then even if things aren't too good, fuck it. I'll pay for a cleaner. So now twice a week, there's a cleaner there, which means that she's being helped way more because she now doesn't have to do the cleaning. That would
Mm.
be a lower end example because like buying her a place, that's fucking expensive. You need like peas for that, like money, right? Shifting her to another location, costly. But then you can do the maths. How much can I make in this time? If I can make, let's say, as an example, with an extra 12 hours, let's just say of like proper work, I can make an extra 1,000, right? But that'll be 12 times four. So 48 hours of just hard work. Fuck it. Let me just pay for a cleaner.
Mm.
Cool. I'm not spending time with her, but am I helping her? And then you must think to yourself, right? I'm going to use a stupidly extreme argument. I'm sure both of you love your mothers, right? If they exist, right? The if I was to if there was a genie that said, have you guys watched Marvel,
Yeah.
right? Dio, you've watched it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the most recent Spider-Man, like everyone forgot who fucking Spider-Man was.
Mm.
Yes. Your mother will never suffer a day in her life, and neither will any females in your family. They'll live the best lives forever. Da, 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 da. You don't have to die, just no one's going to remember you. Right? Is there a chance that you would pick that if your mother was suffering, or so on and so forth?
Yeah.
Now that's being selfless
Yeah.
because you are losing everything for the gain of someone else, and
Mm.
they will lose a little bit. But in the big picture, you look in the mirror and you say, I'm not that important. And big picture, it can make a big difference. You get my point?
Yeah.
Right? Now, don't lie to yourself. Like, I knew a long time ago, like, cool, I'm not really going to help that many people. I'm like a selfish bastard.
Mm.
Like my help is very limited to a super small circle.
Mm.
Right? So I didn't lie to myself, thinking, yeah, I'm doing all this to help people because yeah, no, like I keep always pushing the target like very far away. Once I make this much a month, once I make this much a month, once I make that much a month. Yes. But then you have to be honest with yourself with both of that, not lying to yourself, but also what is best placed. Like what is the best circumstance? And more often than not, it's a circumstance where you lose that is best placed. Do you guys have any questions on that?
No.
All right. Wonderful. So is there any topic, Dio's here in a second session. So Abu Bakr, any topic that you'd like to specifically go over?
No, nothing specific. I'm happy with anything.
Dio?
Well, I guess school to some extent, because I feel like in the last couple of weeks, I just got into the system mindset and all that stuff that, even Luke Belmar talks about. And I feel like really some stuff is just useless, and they tell you it's to develop your brain to think properly and all that stuff. You ask them, why do I need to develop thinking and all that stuff? And they say to build a business and to make much money, all that stuff.
1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 second. Just answer you quickly. So give me 1 second. Let's say 3. So my question to you is, would you ask a homeless person how to get rich?
No.
On the high end, Bulgarian teachers make $1,600. On the high end, not the low end, not the mid range, the high end. I just checked.
Mm,
So you'd like to make more than that, correct?
definitely.
So do you think if they could have done it, they would have done it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So why the fuck would you listen to someone who hasn't done it?
Yeah.
Right? Now, it is important to do well in school to the point that it doesn't interrupt your entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Retarded example. If you end up in detention for 2 hours every day because of your lack of a fucking everything, not good, right? You need to maintain a baseline that the world doesn't bother you, allowing you to focus on entrepreneurship, right? Anything past that is a waste of your time. Fun example. Ernest and I were chilling with two people, both of them educated, highly educated,
Mm,
right? Ernest didn't finish high school. I never went to university. No, I didn't complete university. Do you think there was any topic of discussion that Ernest and I couldn't handle,
no.
right? Who do you think's made more money to date? Ernest and
Me
I,
too.
or individually, or together, or individually, or either other party?
Mm, definitely you and Ernest.
Yeah. But that's just the fact. There is little correlation, right? I'll give. I've said it too often, so sadly I won't do it. Right? I was entertaining for shits and giggles. Right? I was like, fuck it. Let me make people feel bad. And I realized that I could read a certain amount of books over a period of 30 days, and I would have someone's degree in a month. Because people in university read really fucking slowly. Like they'll spend one chunk of time, like weeks or I don't know how fucking on one stupid topic. And then they write unnecessary shit on that. All I have to do is read enough books in 1 month. I have their degree. Right. And I can talk to them on any fucking topic. And then when they say, how do you know all of this? Yes. So I was bored for a month. Right. Because it's all about utilization of knowledge. And what you also have to understand is the the NPC or the university educated are limited on their growth retrospective to their growth in the company that they work in. If the company that they have put any restrictions on their growth, development, or opportunities of what they can or can't do, they're now limited. They have the knowledge, but they're limited on what they can do. As an entrepreneur, you don't have any fucking limits on what the fuck you can do. If you want to start calling up the top fucking 500 companies in the world on the NASDAQ, yes, you can go fucking do that. You can try and sell them under 1,000 different fucking names. No one's going to fucking stop you. Right. So then for the exact same knowledge, two people can do vastly different things because one has limitations, the other one fucking doesn't. Right. And then to the same extent, the oh yeah, yeah. The what's it called? Over here. One thing which is very important, and it's a little bit complicated, but then like you guys have to learn it, or at least recognize it. It's another truth, which is the box. You guys would have heard that thing about thinking outside the box and how, as a young child, you don't have a box and then the box is put on you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So much of your life is ruled by this fucking box. And when you are an NPC, you literally have a box. You have loads of rules that the company has to adhere to, or this or that, or this or that. And then it's not that you acknowledge that you're in a box. Your brain will just look at these rules. Yes? As an example, let's say you smoke, right? If you were slapped in a jail cell, are you going to be thinking much about your smoking or how often you're going to smoke or when to smoke?
No.
Because that doesn't apply to you. Are you going to think about how much sunlight you need?
Oh,
Right? Like, is that going to be like, I need to spend this amount of time meditating? Fuck no. You're not going to think how it impacts your fucking mindset. Yes. But then you have to recognize that so many people put boxes on themselves. But let's then go on to sleep, right? And food. Food is such a box people fucking put themselves into, right? Do you guys eat one, twice, or thrice per day?
three times a day.
And
Yeah,
deal,
same
both
with
of
me.
you are bitches. Yeah. The reason for it, and I hope this isn't the case, and I'm assuming, I hope it's not the case that you guys ever feel lethargic or tired because you haven't eaten. Have you guys ever fucking said that? Or like you're not in a good,
Yes.
what a fucking bitch. Yes, because you didn't get your fucking breakfast, your fucking cereals and eggs. You can't fucking operate. Like
Yeah.
how no, but how useless are you? You've now put yourself too specific. Like These variables or parameters that are bullshit, you've decided are very important, and you can't operate because you're hungry. Yes. And then you have other people who will forget to eat and just keep operating and then think, I operate, then think, no, I got to keep working. Now, don't get me wrong. I will crash after 2 days of not eating. On my third day, I crash. Yes. That's biology. But then how much more work have I done? And then second to that, when you eat, do you feel lethargic depending on what you eat? Lethargic is tired.
Yeah.
There we go. So 3 times a fucking day, you're making yourself tired. Well, the fuck done. So your energy is literally going to food. But for some reason, if you don't have this energy requirement to go to food, yes, you then can't operate. So you make yourself tired, but you think if you can't make yourself tired, you're then tired. Do you get my flow on this?
Mm.
Right? And it's all because you're addicted to the idea that you need food. So you have an addiction for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think this really applies to me that much because I really only eat like the food that I do so I can prepare for the gym. Like that's the only reason.
What do you eat? Only meat.
No,
What do you eat? Do you eat bread?
no.
Do you eat pasta?
Yeah,
Oh, you eat pasta?
I do.
The fucking cousin of bread?
Yeah. But the
That's
reason being, all I see it as is a macro. Like I need the carbohydrates.
you can supplement carbs that won't make you tired.
No, but it's like it's
If it's,
it's not,
oh no, but if it's for the gym, you can
yeah,
intake it how the fuck you want,
yeah.
and you don't waste time, and it's more efficient, and you can do it whenever.
Mm.
You're not dependent on sitting down and making food. Correct?
Yeah.
Do you ever miss your meals by accident, circumstantially?
Every so often.
Yeah, the fuck we go. And if it was in a bottle, would you miss it?
No, but funny you say that. I already do. My dinner is a shake.
If your priority is gym specific, I can't argue with it too much,
Yeah.
right? But you get my point.
Yeah, no, I do.
And the
Because
fact is, you can get all of your carbs and all of your protein, everything in one meal, correct?
yes, but I don't think
No,
I'd fit it.
no, you literally can't fit it. Just like swallow it down your fucking gob. The stomach stretches a lot. You can stretch your
Mm.
stomach quite nicely, right? And you would also end up having more energy. There would be less time that there's food in your fucking system digesting. You'd be more fit for the gym, less lethargic, so on. Like you would have better, like everything is better when you only eat once a day, right? It's it's literal intermittent fasting, and you want to give me an argument to why that's not good for gym?
I I kind of could because when you
It's-
spread out, uh,
Okay, but
okay,
you
yeah.
can go back and forth. But one
I
fact is, what I'm saying can help
mm,
you get bigger and fitter. Correct? It's one of the ways.
yeah,
Right? But let's step away from the gym thing because that's like a back and forth. There's nothing to be
yeah.
gained.
I know.
I also think
I
you shouldn't worry about your fitness until you got fucking money. Yes, because fitness is the easiest thing to stack up. Like out of all the like, let's imagine this is a video game. Yes, and you've got different fucking HP point or like experience levels. Yes, the fucking gym is the easiest one to gain XP on.
mm,
Like categorically. Like what's harder? Learning how to make money or going to the gym?
learning how to go to the gym.
Okay. No.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
Having a six pack and having a large bank account, same amount of effort is being put in. Which one is more difficult?
the bank account.
There the fuck we go. Next point. Is a lot of what you do, okay, is woman a big appeal when it comes to having a good body?
Yeah,
Cool. Do you think, what does a woman care more about? Six figures or six pack?
yeah, the six figures.
So why are you going the easy route?
Yeah, but it's more for myself. I don't
Is
know.
it?
It's a long argument.
Is
Yes,
it?
yes, yes,
So
yes.
if all the women died, you'd keep going to the gym.
Oh yeah, it's like an obsession for me.
Definitely gay now, 100%. Like, who are you working out for?
Myself.
There's only men left.
Mm. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just fun. No.
Okay, no, cool. Like,
Mm.
but like, we have to look at why we do stuff. And are you going
Yeah.
down the easier route? Yes.
Mm.
And are you going down the most optimal route? Like, I came to a conclusion a long time ago. Like, I didn't gym for the fucking long time. I barely even gym now. Right? Is I realized there's only so many times a woman can rub my six pack. Yes. And it's not difficult to fucking get. But the time that I would spend going to the gym, like I'm sure you're one of the dumb people, what you spend, what, 1 hour and a half in the gym?
2 hours sometimes.
Yeah, the fuck we go. You're like one of those retards who just take long breaks and just waste like stupid amount of time in the gym. Yes.
There's yeah, okay,
No, no.
yeah.
Swap those 2 hours. Let's imagine it's 2 hours, 6 days a week.
Mm.
Right? You're heavy in the gym. One version of you is doing that. The other version is reading books in those 2 hours, where it's 2 hours of focus time, reading books, nonfiction. Who is
Mm.
going to have a better life?
Mm, the guy reading books, I guess, because if we're
After,
talking about
after 2 years, yes,
Mhm.
after 2 years, right, of just reading 2 hours a day,
Yeah,
right, and then going to the gym for 2 hours a day, right? Who can command attention in any room that they are in, right? Cool. The guy with the good body is going to get the first 20 seconds, but the
Mhm.
guy with the brain is going to get the 20 fucking minutes where everyone's just shutting the fuck up and listening to the guy who just got a stupid amount of knowledge because all he did was sit down and fucking read. Now, Abu Bakr, when was the last time you sat down for 2 hours and read a book?
Couldn't remember. Yeah,
Then what are you walking, like, what are you working towards? What, you got a body so you feel good, but your brain, you don't fucking feed it.
Mm.
Like, are you lying to yourself again? Are we back to one of these things?
No.
You get my point? But now, but then
Yeah,
I'll ask this: which one is more difficult, sitting down and reading for 2 hours a day, or going to the gym for 2 hours a day? Which one's more difficult?
it's the reading. Yeah, Mm.
Which one will be more beneficial for your life?
The reading.
Which one will be more beneficial for your future kids and your wife?
The reading.
And let's be honest, which one will make you feel better over a prolonged period of time about how you see yourself in the mirror? The reading or the gym?
Technically the gym, but the reading. Yeah, fair enough.
But then it's not like granted, I'm like ripping into you. Don't take it personally. Like we're just going through
No, no,
theory, right? How much of what you do are you not doing correctly? If I want to feel good about myself, it's most likely the hard shit that I don't do that I know will make me feel better. Yes? Cold calling's fucking disgusting. But if you did it for 8 hours, you would go to bed thinking, I did really fucking good today.
Yeah,
You'd hate the fucking 8 hours. You'd fucking hate it. Yes? But you would feel so like, that was really like, did fucking well today.
yeah,
But then
yeah.
why the fuck do you do that? And which one is net beneficial? Yes, like even I have to fight myself when I sit down and read. I'm like, fuck, like I know this is the most OP thing I can do. Like nothing will touch reading.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, granted, practice, like practical applies. So if you have no practical, like reading's relatively not the most useful thing because you need to know how to utilize it. But then if even I say, like, if I just sat down and read, but like to my standards, what I would think is a lot, so on and so forth. Nothing else will touch it. There, let's imagine I dedicate 3 hours to a hobby that is most likely gonna like I can pick. I'm gonna backtrack because I'm like bouncing. If there was one thing I had to do for 3 hours daily, yes, and I pushed the button, and what it meant was I can only do that for 3 hours every day. There is only two things for me that would make a difference, or like untapped potential. And for
Yeah.
in my case, it would be either making content or reading. For you guys, it would be reading. Because if I said, what are you going to make content on? What the fuck are you guys going to make content on?
Yeah.
Abu Bakr can talk about his fucking gym life. Yes.
Yeah, that is what I want to do. But yeah.
Questionable. Now, but if you do want to do that, like I think you misunderstand how you need to do it. I can tell you how you need to do it. But regardless, so it's reading. But then the fact is, we all know this. I could say this to 1,000 fuckers. Yes. The worst thing is, no one will do it. Why? Why will no one do it? I could tell Abu Bakr every day, have you read? And he won't be fucking reading. Why?
Mm.
Knowing that is the highest net benefit.
It's the harder option.
Congratulations. Why aren't you doing it?
I don't know, just laziness.
Why?
Because I can.
The whole topic of discussion today is do not be blind to yourself.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you lazy? What are you searching? What are you making yourself feel good about? Why is it easier to go to the gym than read? Is it because you get quicker positive reinforcement? Because you know you get positive reinforcement because you had it previously. And then what is that positive reinforcement covering up insecurities on? Why does it make you feel good? What made you feel bad? So on and so forth, so on and so forth. And you go deeper and you go deeper and you go deeper until you get to the fucking root cause. And then anytime you don't want to read it and you want to do something else, you can then go look at the root cause, sit down, analyze, correct yourself, and read. But then again, we go back to, do you know what your fucking box is and where the box applies and how many fucking boxes you live in without knowing you live in a box? You can call yourself an entrepreneur and feel special about not living in a box. But even me, I still have my boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But then are you aware of what those boxes are? And if you're not, you're blind to them. And then they're going to hinder you and slow you down. But then what are your boxes? You thought you were being a good person, going out with your sister. You're just being a coward, going for the easier option because it makes you feel good, because you can justify it until you're up against logic, then you can't.
That,
But
that's very true.
but then how often do you justify things in your life? Because they make you feel better, because they're easier.
All the time.
But then where? You have to sit down and say, where am I doing it? Why am I doing it? Because it doesn't fit what you want in life.
Mm-hmm.
You're just slowing yourself down. Why? Probably because you eat pasta, but nonetheless. Right? Any questions you guys have based on what's been said? We've got about 6 more minutes of this call.
It's not based on what we said, but with all the reading and stuff, how do you remember it all? Like, I find
No. Everyone's stupid. Yes. Humans, as humans, we have really bad memory. Like humans, naturally, all of us have really fucking bad memory. Yes. What we have is very good recall ability. So our ability to recall stuff is very good. You have to understand, like having complete access to memory is relatively fucking useless. Well, I have to actively remember every single thing that's happened. No, it's kind of useless. However, am I able to recall, right? You may say that you have bad memory, right? I can tell me everything that happened in the last movie that you watched. You won't be able to tell me. Scene by scene, you won't. However, if I give you a hint to something that I'm talking about and you can pick up on the hint, all of a sudden you can recall what I'm saying. You didn't remember the scene, but you can recall the scene with a hint. To the exact same extent, you don't try to fucking memorize books. You just read books and let your brain do the rest. Because it will come back to you in recall.
Okay.
I could tell you your little trip. What did you do? You can kind of remember a few things. You can't remember everything, but the fact is you remember everything on that trip. You remember every single discussion, but I need to give you hints or topics to discuss. So we have very good recall. We have very bad memory. So when you read, just fucking read. All you have to do is make sure that you understand what you've read, and that's it. As long as you're able to interpret or understand what's being said to you, you're Gucci. Like,
Okay.
assume that it's memorized.
Okay. Thank you. That helps a lot because even with like these calls, sometimes I was thinking, oh shit, like some of the stuff I didn't remember, but
No. It's all about comprehension, and then you'll recall it as you need it.
sweet.
I can tell you this. How many songs do you know by heart? You can't remember. There'll be ones that you do know by heart, but you haven't thought about. And there are others parts of the song, and you're like, yeah, calm, I know this by heart. You get my point?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mm. Interesting.
Do you have a question from your side?
Yeah, it's again with the school thing briefly I wanted to touch on. It's the thing with my parents that I could yap to them all I want about, how I'm probably gonna make something in, the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years and all that
Easy,
stuff.
easy, easiest answer.
Results, right? But
No,
there's
no,
so
no, no.
much to learn.
Always agree. Just always fucking agree. No one
Mm.
needs to know what the fuck you're doing in your free time.
Mm.
Literally, I think I remember back in the day I was doing work and someone didn't want me to do work. What are you doing? I'm watching porn. Yeah, like, I go for a meeting, sex party, right? Just agree. School is better for you. Yeah, you know what? And have a talk to them. Make them fucking feel good. And then go back to what you're doing. And when they say, why are you doing this? I'm just really stupid. I don't know why. Like I just go back and forth. After a while, they're gonna stop arguing with you. But like you don't have to argue, or you don't have to justify your existence or why you do stuff. Why are you working on this? I just find it really interesting. So I'm just like doing stuff. It's
Mm.
interesting. Yes. And when they say, but why are you doing this? And you say, if I was interested in history and you saw me spending all my time learning history, would you tell me that? Would you say, why am I doing it? They'd say no. If it was philosophy or languages, would you tell me that? No, they wouldn't. Correct?
Yeah.
Then you tell them, I'm just learning business. I enjoy it. It's fun. If you want, I
Yeah.
can go. Yeah, I can go do drugs. Like there's that guy down the road. Like I can like start injecting myself. But like,
Mm.
any final questions? Because if I start another topic, it's gonna be like a whole another spiel.
Yeah, no, I'm all good.
Yeah, me too.
Wonderful. Dio, can you fuck off? I need to speak to Abu Bakr.
Okay.
Have a good
All
one.
right.
Oh, he's gone.
So you have time to talk now, yeah?